Hey guys, I wanted to pop in here really quick because I wanted to share how the all or nothing mindset totally got the win over me last month because of quite a few things actually. But I wanted to talk about that because I'm always reminding my clients not to fall victim to that, and then I totally did it myself. So we're all human and it happens to all of us. And I think what's more important than anything is when you can recognize that that's happening to you and then take the steps to make it stop so that you don't lose too much ground. So last month I had a goal of running 12 times over the month. I thought for sure that would be easy, it'd be not a problem at all, especially because like back before COVID, I was running probably 4 or 5 times a week. And I was up to being able to run like 6 miles at a time. I think I cleared 7 actually on my longest. And so I was like, oh yeah, running, 3 times a week, that'll be so easy because I was totally doing more than that before. Then I wiped out on my kitchen floor, which was lovely. And so I couldn't. It was just not a good idea physically for me to try running for a little bit. But because I was so set on running 12 times, I really let that kind of overpower my ability to shift. Because life is always throwing curveballs at us, right? So my curveball was that I wiped out, and that was not something that I could have controlled or foreseen. And that's happening all the time in our lives. But we approach our health and fitness from that perspective of that you need to do X, Y, and Z in order to meet your health and fitness goals, in order to do enough, in order to feel like you are doing what you were supposed to be doing in order to deserve results from your health and fitness plan. And that's just not the case, because so often we end up stalling ourselves out because we figure if I can't do X, Y, and Z, then I can't do enough. Then what's the point of doing anything, right? And that's totally backwards, right? We know that this is totally backwards because we've heard all the time about the importance of taking small steps as opposed to trying to do a big leap. And yet we still get caught in that mindset. And like I did too this last month, I got caught in that mindset of like, well, if I can't do my 12 runs, then I'll just try again later. And of course, then the day that I had set to try to go for another run, we got like 4 inches of snow in New Mexico. So yeah, I was not going to go running for that because like what, then I want to wipe out on the ice, really? So another curveball came at me again. And so instead of, again, shifting and being like, all right, this is clearly not the right goal for me right now, I'm going to go after these other goals, I was just like, well, fine, I'm just not going to run. And now, to be fair, I did stay consistent with my other strength exercises, just to help keep my alignment and everything, keeps my body from like getting the chronic pain coming back. So like I did do other stuff, but I was still so fixated on the fact that I couldn't run, and I was bugged that I couldn't run. And so I just stopped. I stopped. Prey to that all or nothing mindset. And so, hi guys, it's lovely to see you all in here. Nice. So I wanted to bring this up because one, it's so important to remember that life is always going to throw curveballs at you. The likelihood of you being able to do X, Y, and Z, all the things that you think you should be doing to deserve the health and fitness results that you want, there is a slim to none chance that you will actually be able to do all of those things because there's too many other things at play in the world. You're going to get curveballs, you're going to slip and fall, whether literally or figuratively. And what's so much more important is that you are able to adapt with that and roll with that, instead of letting that drag you down and make you feel like, well, what's the point? Because there's always a point. If you care about improving your health and fitness, if you want to achieve lifelong health, like you don't have to be the crazy bodybuilder that's like a hardcore dieter next door. Like you don't need to be that person if that's not you. But if you want long-term health and fitness, then all you have to do is keep taking steps towards that. You do not have to do X, Y, and Z. You will still get there. It might take a little bit longer if you can't do all 3 at once, but even if you're doing just one step, you'll get there. And any work that you can put into it means that you deserve to get those results. As long as you're willing to put in the work, whether it's small work, whether it's big work, small steps or big steps, you do deserve that. It doesn't matter if you can do X, Y, and Z all at once. So this next, instead of getting fixated on doing 12 runs, because I was thinking that that should have been a simple enough goal. And I know this one, everyone gets caught up on this one too. They think they have simplified their goals enough. And so then they have this expectation. You might have this where you're putting this expectation on yourself. You should be able to do that. And therefore, if you cannot, you are somehow less worthy, or that you, like you're not trying hard enough, or you're somehow bad in some way. And that's not true either. So recognize if you're doing that, because it's so important to be as realistic and honest with yourself as possible. So yes, 6 months ago, absolutely, it would have been perfectly easy for me to go do 12 runs in 1 month. That would have been a piece of cake. But I also had access to a gym and a community center and childcare, and now I don't. So now I've moved into a different season of life, and I could sit here and I could wish that I had all that back, or I could figure out how to get at least 1 run in when I can, and to be happy with that, and to understand that over time I will be able to build back up. So for this month, my new goal, instead of getting fixated on 12 runs in a month, is to just go run when I can, when our schedules line up, to communicate with my family the importance of doing that, and to take the opportunity to do it when I can. And to try to create that opportunity as often as I can, but without that expectation that if I can't, then I'm somehow like bad. So I just wanted to share that. I'm curious if you are getting caught up in that all or nothing mindset, whether in your health and fitness or in some other area of your life, because I think we do it a lot. We really get caught up in what we're supposed to do and how much is enough and all of that. So let me know how this sits with you. Let me know if it sparks any thoughts from you. And I'm just curious how you're going to shift having heard this now, so that you can kind of take back control over the outcome of your life right now, as opposed to letting yourself kind of cut off your nose to spite your face because you can't do everything that you want to do. So what are you going to do that's good enough right now, that you can do and that you can be proud of? So let me know how that sits with you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye.